Hi folks! In this video we're going to look at how to use the PowerShot Canon camera. So here's the SX60 model. This is how you hold it. So you're going to firmly underneath, wrap your hand around the side, and place your finger on the shutter button. Now let's look at the basics of this. That's the shutter button, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Now, this is the mode dial, which is going to be really useful in setting the features on the camera. On, off, that's the button there. It's nice and labeled for you. So now, there's also a dial on the back that allows you to make adjustments. So I'm going to set the camera down. So, first thing you need is a battery. So in order to get power, this is the battery for the SX60. We have two different models we'll be looking at, but this one. So flip the camera over, make sure you got it nice and secure. You're going to open up the battery hatch. Okay, right there. You're just going to press down on the lever and pull open, and there it goes. And you see there are some connection points. First on the battery, and you can see the same ones in the camera. So points sticking up. Okay, so now we just push it in, don't force it, just slip it in and press down and it'll lock into place. Okay, next we need the SD card. So this is the memory. So this is the card, you'll have your own. So when you're placing this in, you want to make sure that it doesn't get forced. See, now this is the wrong way. Flip it over, and it easily goes in and then it clips into place. Just spring loaded. Let's see if we can take a look at that from a different angle. So you just press it down, locks right into place. When you're ready to take it out, just press it, it pops up, and pull it out. Take the battery out to charge it, you just press the little orange button. So let's put it back in. Let's close up the camera. Turn it over, and you're ready to go. So now let's look at charging the battery. So the battery needs to be charged on a regular basis, obviously, because it uses a lot of power. So you pull the battery out, looks like this. It just slips into this little charger. So you can see it gives you arrows and directions. You've got the same points there, and the same points are there on the charger itself. You can see them. See if I can get it turned. There it is. So those are the little connection points. You just put it in the top and then push down. It clicks into place. The plug is on the back. Probably should be set up for you, but there you are. That's how you use the battery. So now let's look at the SX20. So this is a slightly different camera. Okay, it's still a PowerShot, and most of the features are the same. It's just a little bit older model. Still the same buttons, the same power on and off is on the right. The mode dial is there, hold it the same way, it's just a little smaller grip. The battery, however, is a little different. So press that over and then slide forward and it pops up. Okay? So now, this uses AA batteries, and there's a chart here that shows you positive and negative on the battery charge. Now if you don't know what a positive and negative charge is, so that's the positive side of the battery, that's the negative side. So when you see the plus sign, you use that one, minus sign, you use the flat side. So make sure that you orient them because they alternate. Okay, and there's 4 batteries that are needed for this particular model of camera. So we place them in, and that's the configuration you want to look at. So press it down, it's kind of firm, and then slide it back. Okay, now your SD card goes someplace different on this model. It's on the side of the camera. So you just pull it out there. So it's on the right side of the camera. It just opens. And then the SD card works the same way, and it has the same configuration as you go in. It's still spring loaded. Press it down, and it clicks into place. Then you pull the line and push it in, and it locks. Same thing to get it out. Now you want to make sure that you turn the camera off before you open this, because if you do, it will turn it on. It will turn it off, and the lens will be stuck out. So you want to make sure you turn it off first. Here's your display. So these cameras don't actually have a mirror. They're all digital display. They're not touchscreen, but they're digital display, and it comes out. So to charge these batteries, you can only do 2 per charger. And they have a plus and a minus on there, and they're both in the same directions. All right, so now let's look at some other ways, some stuff you're using. So let's go ahead and put the SD card back in this camera. So this is the SX60 model. So we close it up. So now we're going to turn it on. Okay, so just on off, press the button, you'll hear a beep. The lens will extend, So now when you take the lens cap off, and the lens cap is important, make sure you put it on and off every time you're not using it. Now this is the first time I've opened this camera, so it's asking me to set the timestamp. I'm going to skip that for now. Okay, so this is the display. So you can see the camera in the back. You also can do the display in an eyepiece, but it's also a digital display, and it's just a smaller. So it all depends on how you like to shoot. So if you press the display button, it says SDISP, and you just press down on the direction pad. So now, let's take a look at how you actually focus and take a picture. So I'm going to change this so you can see this a little better. So you just press this button to take a picture. You'll hear it beep, just like that. But to focus, it automatically focuses, so you partially press down the thing. So you'll just feel it, just give a little resistance, that focuses, and you press all the way to take the picture. So on the display, if you want to see the picture you just took, there's a little play button. It looks like a video play. So you just press that button and it starts displaying those. And you use the direction pad, left and right, to see the pictures. Now there were some pictures already on this SD card, but you can scroll through those pictures that you've taken on your SD card. You can also change the settings in the menu. We'll get to that at some later point, but just so you know, there is a menu button to get to a lot of different features. So press the play button again to get out of the view mode, and then you can start taking a picture. Oh, one other thing. So when you're doing the display button, you can actually set on rule of thirds. So it gives you the grid, so it helps you take that photograph if you want. You just press the display button an additional time and it puts on that grid for you. Put the lens cap back on, turn the camera off, and that's how you use it. Those are the basics of a PowerShot, Canon PowerShot. Oh, one other thing. When you are taking a picture, make sure you wrap that neck strap around your wrist or around your neck at all times when holding the camera. Excellent. Enjoy. There's the basics of the camera.